Good morning, buddy. You don't like cold weather, do you? Nope, not anymore. You're too old for that. Hard on your joints, huh? Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back. So, Dustin and Kyle are currently sitting in probably a 3+ hour line at the elevator. And thankfully, right now we don't have a third truck, or I would be in the same spot. So, today's project, currently cleaning the bean planter, which has wheat in it still. Take them off. Pretty much get all of the wheat out of it. Swap the meters over to the beans. And we're going to put it away for now. I got to start with vacuuming. That's the problem with this wheat. The seed is so small that they get in every nook and cranny. Alright, so when I'm switching these meters over, well, first thing we do is we take these seed discs out and we don't put the bean ones back in because, well, we were told not to put them in over winter. So those stay out. And then you've got these little roller doohickey things. You can tell there's a big difference between the wheat one and the bean one. So these have to go back in. And then on this side, there's this little brush right here that has this. Well, that's for the wheat. The one for the bean doesn't have that because the bean seed is a little bigger, needs a little bigger gap to go through. So we swap that brush out. And then put it back together. This meter is cleaned and ready to go back on the bean planter until this spring when we bring the planter back in for maintenance. All of these are done except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to knock these out real quick. Got them all cleaned out. So my meters are all clean. I got to get them put back on, but I don't want to hook them up yet because these hoses, well, maybe not that one, but most of these hoses still have seed in them. I believe Kyle cleaned this one out the other day. Let me check. Nope. Okay, well, I have my bulk tank to clean out too. And I'm actually going to wait until I'm outside and unfolded to clean the central tanks out because it's kind of hard to catch that when these hoses are all folded underneath. So it'll make a whole lot less mess outside. So back to what I was saying about not hooking these up, because when I drop this planter on the ground after I unfold it, that fan will kick on and whatever remaining seed is in these tubes is going to come blowing out. And when we switched it over from beans to wheat, I made the mistake of having everything hooked back up. So, all those brand new clean meters, well, they got filled with beans again. So, we're not going to hook those up, and we're going to prevent from doing that this time. So, all I got to do, go around, get these latched on real quick. I've got these 6 left, but I've got a problem. I was left over with 1 clip. And I'm pretty sure it came from this side. And that clip is from the inside of these meters. Right there. So, because they're all closed back up, I get to go through them one by one until I find the culprit. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one either. Not that one. And not that one. Which means I wasn't the one that forgot to put the clip back in. So Kyle, which, no big deal, it happens. However, now I don't have the slightest clue which one it is, so I've got the other 24 rows I have to go through. But I'm going to pick a random one, start there, and hope I get lucky. Hope I don't have to open up too many before I find it. And row number 19 ended up being the culprit. As much as it's getting colder and colder outside today, can't do a whole lot more in here. So I got to get it backed outside so I can unfold it. Alright, well if I remember right, there was not much left in these when I finished up wheat. Oh yeah, barely anything. But the more I clean this up, the less I dump on the ground when I kick my blower on. So that's always a good thing. Oh yeah. Not sure how you can plant much lower than that without just planting out. Shoot. I think I got as many beans in there as I did wheat. But now this side, pretty sure this side definitely had some more. I've already done this one, just checking it. Oh, yeah, got more. But still not bad. I've had it way worse in the past. And the wind is right in my eyes. Ugh, right in my face, too. See something I forgot? I need those tank lids shut in order to build pressure to blow it through the hose and not just out the top. That should pressurize a little better. So now when I drop this on the ground, that blower's gonna kick on. Oh, and I see a little bit of seed coming out of the left side there. But not much elsewhere. But as of that, this bean planter should be completely free from wheat. And it's ready to go back in the shed until we start working on other maintenance issues that, well, to be frank, I am not in the mood to mess with right now. And that's the wonderful thing about working for yourself. I don't have to do it right now. I can just switch over to another project. Need to make sure I lock these up because, you know, this thing is 20 plus years old. And, well, 20-year-old cylinders tend to settle just a little bit. And I don't need this planter wing settling down on something else, which most likely would be the corn planter right next to it. Hey, I think I'll put it right here. She fit like a glove. It's like we took a planter out of that spot, so a planter fit right back in. Weird how that works sometimes. But you can see, door there, equipment, 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 and this equipment is kind of what I need to get pulled out. Luckily, I think I've got enough room between this 2660 and the sprayer that if I get this bean, I about said bean planter, if I can get this bean head out of the way, which never fails, it's going to need a little TLC on that tire. I think I can get the 8230 snuck back there to get it out. But first things first, let's get that tired up, get that bean planter moved out of here. I said it again, bean head. Surprise! It's a new day. But that doesn't change anything about what I got to do, other than the fact that it's a whole lot colder this morning than it was yesterday. I'm going to end up using that air compressor to air the tire up, and we're going to use this fun little guy to hopefully reset the bead on it. You guys ever used one of these? Those things are fun. But alright, back out into the cold. I thought I could get that out. I probably could get the bean head out without moving the sprayer. But as easy as it is to move that, it's going to make everything a whole lot easier if that's out of there. So, going to move that quick, and then we got a tire to worry about. I'll be honest, that sprayer did not want to start this morning. So I'm a little nervous about this 8230 that I'm going to use to pull the applicator in. So what I'm going to do, while I'm letting that air up, I'm going to go check the 8230. That way if it doesn't want to start, we can at least get a charger on it. But we're not going to have to worry about that. It's not Monday, so we're not going to have Monday issues. Never mind. We're going to have Monday issues. Can you guys see all that smoke? I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Any diesel owners out there know what that's caused by? Yeah, we've got a set of injectors that have pretty much said goodbye in that truck. So that's a project and a video coming up very soon. Let's get some pressure in here. And try number one failed, but I think I missed the bead. One more. No. Gonna have to try a different tactic. Alright, let's try this one more time. That's all it took. All right, time to see how much juice this tractor needed, or if the little we gave it was just enough. Nope. Finally got that started, but holy cow, that was a fiasco. There is no doubt that tractor is going to need a couple new batteries while it's in the shop on the applicator. But now that that's started, I am done with the generator on this truck, and we can finally get this bean head moved out of my way. Oh my, I'm gonna pass out from all this smoke. All right, look at that. We finally have a clear path to the applicator and a running tractor. Let's see if we can't get this thing into a heated shop. Well, the internet said that was supposed to work. But it didn't. Looks a lot tighter in here once the tractor's backed in.
That's going to be the trick, is being able to get far enough
forward
south
before turning. Tractor was fine, but once I got the applicator on, it's going to be hard not to catch the tongue of this without hitting that with the tractor. But we're hooked up. We're going to give it a shot.
I would not have wanted that any closer.
Well, it was quite the process, but we finally got our side dress bar applicator into the shed. And I've talked about this project quite a bit, or I've led up to it, I guess, because it's going to be a pretty big one. So the way this thing pumps fluid right now, or should I say meters fluid, is through the speed of the pump and a little orifice right here. There's a little metal disc in there that you've got different sized holes you can do for higher, lower flow. And then you measure your flow through this very rudimentary ball float valve. And so the whole machine has 5 sections, and you really don't know specifically what's going to each section other than, they've got flow. So what we're doing is we are removing pretty much probably 95% of the hoses. Removing all of our sight gauges, our orifices, everything is going to Precision Planting's V-Flow, which is an electronically controlled metering system on every single row. And that's a big project. Everything's got to get taken off, replumbed, rewired. So stick around for that, guys. It's going to be a good one. We'll probably get started on that in the next project. But I've done enough today just getting that thing in here. So hope you enjoyed the video. I got a fact for you though. And it's not really a fact, but I'm pretty sure everybody's heard the myth that you can't store a battery on concrete because it'll drain it. I mean, we still don't. See? 2x4 under them. And actually, that is no longer true. Today's batteries that have like a hard plastic casing around them negates that whole fact. I guess older batteries used to have some kind of porous rubber casing. Those are the ones that will drain through concrete, not today's batteries. So if you want to store your battery on concrete, go right ahead. It's not going to hurt anything. We'll see you guys in the next one.